Hey everybody, good morning. Happy Monday. Hey Diane, thank you so much. I'm a little groggy today, but it's a good morning. So excited to see you here. And as always, we are streaming on both YouTube and Facebook. So if you don't see some comments, you know why, because it's on another platform. But I'm happy to be able to reach both my audiences, which are both very special to me. So anyway, so tell me, you guys, what did you do over the weekend? Did you have anything fun, exciting, stressful? Like, what happened? Anything good? My husband and I got to visit with his brother and his brother's wife yesterday. We had a patio visit, and we haven't seen them since before the pandemic. So it was 2019. Hey, Kathy, happy Monday. So it was really nice to reconnect and be together in real life again. We have Zoomed several times during the pandemic, but being able to give someone a hug is a lot different than just seeing each other on the screen. So it was a really nice visit. And I posted a picture in my stories. I'll probably post it on my page as well later today. Hey, Trisha. Hey, Shanna. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It looks like I'm still keeping this show going. I know I said I was only going to do it once a month, and then I don't know. But I had guests lined up that still wanted to be here. So here we are. You put away your Easter decorations. Oh my gosh, I admire you because mine are still up. Although I did say I was probably going to leave them up into May because I love them so much. But now I kind of feel like I'm over it. So yeah, I got to pack them up and then bring out the jungle because we go into the jungle theme for the summer. Hey, Diane. We have I love having Diane M and Diane B. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. So yeah, I've got to think about doing that, but I probably won't do it until towards the end of May, if I'm honest. I probably won't because I have so many other things to do. Hey, Sammy. But I am just about ready to go into the jungle. I'm like, when I packed up the jungle, I'm like, I don't want to see this jungle again. But now I'm kind of craving it. I do love it because I have these neon palm trees and they emit this green light. So when it's nighttime, it gives like this kind of like magical rainforest vibe. And if I have time and energy, I would love to just make it even more lush and green. Not the light, but have greenery. Because I do have a lot of leaves and things, but I just want to like really make it pow, boom, bam, an actual crazy jungle. But yeah, when do I find the time for that? So we have Julie coming up this month with Parrot's Treasure, and now Treasure Chest, I think, because she's doing more jewelry, I think. We'll find out when she's on. We'll find out, and she is a huge lover of dolls, so we're going to talk about that. And she has an amazing, amazing collection, so I can't wait. Oh, thank you, Diane. It's my cat necklace that I love. Oops, there we go. I love my kitty necklace. And then I'm thinking about bringing my husband on next week because it is our anniversary. It's actually our anniversary day. I have to ask him about it first because he's going to have to wake up. He'll have to wake up. And he's actually awake right now. He got his sleep turned around inadvertently. So I thought it would be fun to bring him on and talk about our wedding and maybe revisit some of our wedding video and have a little anniversary celebration and then kind of get geared up for our show that we're going to be doing. We got to come up with a name, but I'm thinking about making it a call-in show. I have to get the technology set up to do that, but I thought that would be a fun way to start the show off, letting viewers call in and ask questions, and then we see where it goes from there. I thought it also would be fun for he and I to talk about the TV shows we watch and kind of recap TV shows because we're both big into watching, some crazy trash TV like 90 Day Fiance and Love After Lockup and those crazy shows. So it would be fun to have his commentary and talk about those each week and then take calls and then just see how the show evolves and where it goes. Hey, Linda. Good to see you. Thank you. So, yeah, and I'm thinking about maybe having his show on Fridays, like Friday, 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern. And then, of course, I'm sure you guys have heard about Whatnot because I'm all about Whatnot. And my first Whatnot sale is coming up on tomorrow. So I got to get some more dolls made. I'm doing 20 dolls, starting them at $20, $20 start bids. Although you can pre-bid, and some people have already gone in and pre-bid on the dolls, which raises their starting bid. But I have those links in my stories on Instagram, and I should put them in the link of this video too. So I will do that. Hey, Liz. But I hope to see you guys there. Like, even if you don't want to bid on the dolls, just come and check it out. I want you to check out the platform and see how seamless it is. It's amazing. You guys are going to love it as buyers. I love it as a seller. I don't have to invoice anymore. I don't have to track people down. We have to ship within 2 days in order to keep a good rating. Like, it just keeps everything on track. Hey, Debbie. All right, guys. Well, I think we've given it enough time for everyone to tune in. And so I'm about to bring Kat Peele in, also known as Little Weirdo Vintage Kat. She is one of my big collectors of my dolls, and I'm sure you guys all know her from the live sales. So let's get to know her as a human being behind the screen name, because that's what this show is all about. Maybe that's what I should have called it, behind the screen name. All right. Well, without further ado, Kat is waiting backstage. So give me a thumbs up, Kat, if you are ready. And she is. So let's bring her on camera.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
I love your glasses. I love your style.
Thank you. Well, I wore a scarf in order to review today. So.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love the
you.
leopard print. Thank you. I love everything. I love your hairstyle. You're so pretty.
Oh, geez.
I mean, we don't get to see who you are, so now we do. So,
Yay.
it's like a huge reveal. So
I know.
I love it. I love it.
Okay.
Well, I am so honored that you are here for all of us to get to know you. And yeah, so let's just dive in. So I would love for you to tell us about yourself, like where you're from. Tell us about, your upbringing, your careers, your passions, your family, whatever you want to talk about.
Okay.
Dive in.
All right. Well, I'm true vintage this year. I was born in 1971, so I'm 50. So
Okay.
at least that's how I like to refer to myself, as true vintage now.
I love
So
it.
I'm from Arlington, Virginia. I grew up there. I'm living in Maryland right now, in Hagerstown, Maryland, which is the mountains of Maryland. I work in DC though, which is 2 hours away. But I'm a respiratory therapist at a hospital in
Oh.
DC. Yeah.
Well, girl, I might be hitting you up then for some
Yeah.
information.
I know. Yeah. So yeah, I work in all the different ICUs, including the NICU and the burn unit and the emergency room, sometimes the emergency room. But yeah, so my husband and I also own a custom furniture and cabinetry shop here in Hagerstown. So I used to do all the finishing work for our pieces, but now we have employees, so that's been nice to step away from that. So
Yeah.
yeah, but I'm an only child. Both my parents actually passed away from lung cancer, so that's how I got involved with respiratory therapy. And
I'm so sorry.
yeah, that's okay. Yeah. And then my grandparents lived with me for the last years of their lives, and I was really close growing up with them. And she developed Alzheimer's, so they came to live with us, and it was really nice to have them there, especially my granddad being, still vibrant, needed a break from that. And you can't have 24/7 care, you know, that's not
Right.
family. So I was really glad to be able to do that with them. So yeah, so my grandparents kind of, it's kind of a love for my grandparents and things of the past, I guess, that got me into vintage in the first place. Or it started off being about antiques and then morphed more into vintage, although you could say my son is vintage. He's 26. So it's weird to say that. So when I say vintage, I think 50s and 60s or 40s,
Mhm.
not, you know, actual vintage nowadays. So
Right, right. Like oldies music is now like 90s or something. Like,
yeah,
what?
right.
You know?
I can't wrap my head around that yet.
Do you feel, because I'm not far behind you, I'll be 49 this summer. Do you feel like you can't even believe that you're 50? Like, in your mind, you're not?
Yeah, because something came across on my Facebook feed. It had all these kids lined up for a Star Wars movie, and it says like our parents waiting, our grandparents waiting for this. I was like, what are you talking about? Grandparents. That just tripped me out. So I can't even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aging is so weird because in my mind, I still think I'm obviously much more mature than I was in my 20s, but in my mind, I'm still like 20s or 30s, and then I
Mm,
can't fathom that I'm gonna be 50 next year, but
right.
my body tells me differently. Your
Yeah.
body changes,
Yeah.
and it doesn't function the way it used to, and it
No.
doesn't move like it used to, and you can't. I mean, I used to could do anything, and I'm still, blessed to be able to do a lot, but sometimes you just
Hmm.
can't lift this thing that used to you could, and your body just doesn't let you, and it's like, "Wait, what?"
Right.
Yeah.
So now I feel like it's payback for every time I got impatient with my grandparents. Like, can't you just move faster? You
Yeah,
know, like,
yeah,
but I get it, you know, and
yeah.
it's, you know, only going to get worse in some ways. But I think your mind always thinks you're in your 20s, you know, in your
Mhm,
youth. So,
mhm. Well, I
yeah.
think that's so special, the relationship you had with your grandparents, and mine was that way too. There's grandparents were so just instrumental in my life, and
Yeah.
I love that you were able to take them into your home and care for them. That's so special.
Right. Yeah. Well,
Mhm,
they did a lot for me. So I figured
mhm.
I'd keep paying it forward. So, and it was a joy to have
Of
them around.
course.
Even
Yeah,
though, you know, Alzheimer's is very sad, it's,
yeah,
you still feel like they kind of, well, I convinced myself she still knew me, you know, on a
right.
deeper level. So, yeah.
My grandfather had it, and it was hard for the family, and Um, I lived in California at that point, but when I would go home to visit in the final days when he didn't remember or know things, I mean, I'm blessed that he never forgot me, but
Good.
it was hard for the family that he didn't understand. Um, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Um, so do you have any special memories from your childhood with your grandparents that you wanna share?
Oh, yeah. Well, my grandfather grew up in Pennsylvania, but he just kind of adopted my grandmother's family as his, and they were all Southern. So they're all from the Carolinas and South. And my father's family is all from there too. So every year I would go with my grandparents to these big family reunions to Myrtle Beach and just Christmas in North Carolina and everything. So, um, yeah, and I would always go to their house on the weekends, and you know, it was just
Same.
fun, you
Mhm.
know. I
Mhm.
mean, especially for an only child, you know, it's just like, and I have an aunt who is, there's 20 years difference between my mom and her. So, and there's only 7 years difference between us. So it's like I had a built-in sister kind of with her. So,
Wow,
yeah.
that's awesome. Well, tell us what kind of vintage you love to collect and why, and then if you have some items you wanna share, we would love to see them.
Yeah. Well, like my taste has changed throughout the years. In the beginning, it was about, you know, formal, like English antiques. And, you know, of course, that's really a lot of that's out of my price range anyway. So then I started gravitating to the more industrial, rusty type stuff, like old watering cans and that kind of stuff. But now I like kitsch more now, I think, since COVID's happened, because, my job is so serious, I
Mhm.
just like any chance for any levity or anything like that. So that's what kitsch kind of brings to me.
Mhm.
Um, like when I grew up in the 70s, I hated the decor, right? Like the brown, especially, everything was that 70s brown. It was nasty. But now I'm like, I seek that out because I think I'm trying to reclaim my own history,
Right, right.
But I remember my grandmother had this candy dish on her record player, the console kind of record player. And I
Mhm.
didn't know what it was, but I always liked it as a kid. And now I know it's I think it's Indiana glass, like the carnival glass. So this started a whole collection of carnival glass. And then they had this really weird thing on their dining room hutch. It's actually not my style at all, but it it's a Royal Dalton character mug, and
Mhm.
this is the Lobster Man. They had a bigger version of this, but I finally found him, which was it all started to find him. And I
Mhm.
didn't find him for years, so I collected all kinds of Royal Dalton character mugs in the meantime. But
Well, because it reminds you of your grandparents and
yeah,
sparks that nostalgia, so I get it.
right, yeah. And so I love Holt Howard, and I found these, and I haven't seen them since, but these little horse salt and peppers,
Aw,
they're kind of cool.
I love
And
them.
yeah, and I found some mid-century purple cats.
Purple, oh my gosh, I love
Yeah.
it.
So I love cats, obviously. I go by Kat, and so now I have 3 cats and 2 dogs. So
Okay, well, I wanna hear all about them soon.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. And then this little weirdo. It's
Ah,
an ashtray.
oh my gosh, how
Mhm.
fun.
Yeah. And then I used to do the live auctions, which I got a big kick out of,
The
and
in-person live
yeah,
auction?
the
Yeah.
in-person ones, which, most things are online anymore, and that's, I guess, why I gravitate toward the live sales now. It gives me that
Mhm.
same rush,
Mhm.
kind of. I try not to
Right.
get too caught up in a bidding war because I kind of got that early on with the in-person auctions,
Mhm.
not to go too out of control just in the competition of it all. But
Right.
doesn't always work. Um, and now since I came to this because I was in my Facebook feed, the crazy lamp lady came across one time, and I got addicted to watching Goodwill hunting videos. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand why that's such a thing for me, but I get a real kick out of watching other people shop, because I love to go to antique stores and thrift
Right.
stores. And um, one thing I found at Goodwill recently for like $4 is this.
Wow.
It's a Margaret Keane 1963 print, I guess.
Oh my gosh. That
Yeah.
is stunning.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
a find.
Right. So I love going there because you'll never know what you're going to find, and it's exciting, and especially if you can get it at a good deal. Yeah. And one other thing I got recently, which I love, is this Betty Boop.
Oh, and that's your new profile picture, right?
Yeah. Oh, and the funny thing is, I was never into dolls until I started seeing your dolls, and now
Oh, really?
yeah. So now I'm
I've
obsessed with dolls.
I love that. I've heard that from some other people too, like, I mean, I'm honored to bring that joy to people that never really cared for dolls before. That's just amazing.
Yeah, I have even bought some fabric thinking, not that I can do what you do, but just it, more of an inspiration to try to do that kind of thing. I do like flower arranging. In fact, I did
Mhm.
my daughter's wedding and my stepdaughter's wedding flowers for her reception. So
Oh.
um,
Well,
That's how I
girl,
do creative stuff. Yeah.
yeah, you need to either buy a kit from me and then use the video on here on YouTube, or come to one of my, doll workshops, which the next one, I have one this Saturday, but I've closed it because I have to mail everybody's kits out today. But then there's the one on the 14th or the 16th, whatever the following Saturday is. Anyway, and learn to construct the cone doll, and then take your talent for the floral arranging and add that to the doll, either having them holding this grandiose floral bouquet, or put it on their heads.
Oh
But
yeah.
use that, or
Okay.
you can cover their cone with the flower. I mean, there's
Ooh.
so many things you can do to make it yours.
Okay. That's a
Yeah.
great idea.
Yeah. So, yeah, and if you like the dolls, and it's so much fun sourcing the heads, finding
Yeah.
them, and choosing them. So, yeah,
Right.
I think you'll have a lot of
Good.
fun. What was it that drew you in to my dolls, since you weren't really into the dolls before?
Well, it was around Halloween, and I love Halloween and vintage Halloween, and I don't know, there's something about the way you just dressed your dolls up in Halloween, and you did one with had a little Dracula baby.
Oh, yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that one. So I think it was just that, and I was just like, I never knew you could just. I saw that they had, old heads, and I was like, oh, and then it never occurred to me that you could repurpose a vintage doll and make it something interesting and cool and
Right.
stuff.
Right. That's awesome. Well, my newest promo cards feature that doll you're talking about. So I don't know if you've gotten one yet. I can't remember when your last order was, but when I send the ones from this past week, you'll get that card so you
Oh,
can
cool.
display it. And she's
Yeah.
holding the little Dracula baby. So yeah, I want to do more, focus more on the spooky dolls, year round, and kind of find
Hmm.
that market.
Yeah.
Because I love making the witches and I love making the spooky stuff. So
Yeah.
it would be fun. Hey, Catherine. Catherine Young says she wants to find a keen in the wild. It's on her bucket list.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I actually found another one, but I think it's a more like popular print. It's like a little boy and a girl, and the boy is leaning in to kiss her. But um, it was cool. But there's something just really hauntingly pretty about that picture.
Yeah, it is. Rachel, girl, you just had a birthday. Happy birthday. Rachel's been hanging out over on Whatnot with me at Kennedy's Castle, and we need to get you over there, because if you love those in-person auctions, you will love Kennedy's Castle auctions, because they are such high energy.
Nice.
And the Glass Man Pimp and his wife, his Glass Girl Val, do all this, like high energy commentary throughout throughout the whole bidding experience, and it's
Nice.
contagious, and it's addicting, and it's energizing. So
Hmm.
um so yeah, I'm gonna send you the link directly to encourage you to
Cool.
go.
Well,
And I'm
actually, I
gonna
already put the app on my phone because you
oh,
were mentioning it. So
okay,
I
great.
haven't signed up
You
for
haven't
it
signed
yet,
up yet.
but
Okay. Well, I'll
okay.
send you the link, and then I'm gonna put the link in this video because I forgot to do it this morning, so that if any of you guys want to sign up, it's free, and you will get $10 off your first purchase, and then I'll get a $10 credit to buy more stuff.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
so you can buy a lot for $10 at Kennedy's Castle. I'm just saying, because they
Wow.
bought a huge storage unit and basement full of stuff from a former reseller. So they
Nice.
can afford to just start everything out at $1. And sometimes you get it for $1. I got all this orange glass for $1 the other day.
Wow.
I don't even know what it all is. I'm just like, boom, I'm getting it. And nobody
Yeah, who
else.
cares?
I'm getting stuff I never would have thought about getting before, because in
Yeah.
California, we don't really have that stuff at thrift store prices. It's all in the antique malls.
Oh.
And so for reselling, for me, hasn't been that lucrative. It's more about finding interesting items to bring to you guys and just kind of making my money back.
Mhm.
But if I can source, and get things at a bargain, then I can, make a little money. So it's
Yeah.
fun. But yeah, and if you guys sign up and get that $10 off, you can use it if you want to buy one of my dolls on Tuesday. and then you get $10 off my doll. So anyway, we'll talk more about that later. So yeah, I want to hear more about this Superman record behind you because it's been really intriguing me in your pictures.
Yeah.
I had superhero records that I loved as a child, and some of them had music, and I still love the songs. So I'm like, and it's pink.
Yeah. Yeah, I got it because it was pink, but I do like Superman. And this is oh, I thought it was from the 60s. It says 1975.
It's our
Um,
era. It's our era.
yeah. I didn't even know there were these kind of records back then, to be
Oh
honest with you.
man. My cousin Alan and I, we lived on those. Well, I shouldn't say it was mine and Alan's. It was at my grandmama's, but it was a Winnie the Pooh record player. And she would play records for us as we would fall asleep at night. And it's still such a part of my world, the
Right.
memories of those stories and those LPs and the
Yeah.
superhero ones. And it was all like listening to a radio show because it was all
Right.
reenactment and
Mhm.
excitement and fun. So yeah.
Yeah, I just got a new record player, so I'm seeking out all the vintage records and things like that. I do remember like little like Disney
Mhm,
storybook records and
mhm.
along with the book. So that kind of stuff is I listened to all the time when I was growing up.
Yeah, me too. There
Yeah.
was one that was like a journey into space or something and, learn about the planets, and we would create like, fort in the bottom bunk of the bunk beds, and we would get in there and pretend like we were in the spaceship and listen
Yeah.
to the story, and it's just so magical.
Yeah.
And I feel like kids nowadays, it's all visual, we had to use
Hmm.
our imaginations
Yeah.
then, but it was such a magical time to grow up.
Yeah. I mean, just I mean, I have one son, he's 26, and my parenting style is so different than my parents. I always had to know where he was every second. My parents were just like, be back before dark. And they
Yes,
didn't care
right?
what I got into. I mean, within reason, of course, but
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
yeah.
I played in the woods and this, like, dirt lot, and
Yep.
then there were woods all around that, and I mean, my god, I could have been killed or who knows what, but nobody thought about that then,
No,
and I
no.
got into some entanglements and weird places in the woods, but I got
Right.
I got home before dark. Yeah, I hear, "Amy,
Yeah.
time to come home," and you're like, "Oh, man, I better get there before
Yeah.
sun
And
is completely gone. Get
don't
on that
let your
bike."
mom come walking down the neighborhood looking for you either, because then, uh-oh, just run.
Oh. Oh, man. Oh, man. My mom got so mad because I ran off when I was younger, in the apartment complex, and she had her orange towel on her head. I'll never forget it. She was so mad. I got in so much trouble. That
Oh.
orange towel. Ooh.
I grew up in an apartment too, and I can remember yelling up to my mom, "Throw down the change, the ice cream man's here."
Oh, the ice cream man. Yes. That music is so creepy, and I probably wouldn't touch ice cream from an ice cream man now because I'm such a microphobic person. I don't know where
Right.
it's been or what if it's, like, thawed out and been refrozen, like, I don't know. But then it was so magical to get those, like, popsicles with the different colors and
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
I like the push pops. That was one of my
Mm,
favorites. And
those were good, those were
the
good.
ones that look like rocket ships or whatever.
Yes, those are the ones I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Ruthie has the Disney record. See, I wanna get I bought a record player for my husband, but it's upstairs, and I wanna get one for my studio, but I'm like, "Where am I gonna put it?" But I need one because I wanna start recollecting the records. And somewhere, I have a lot of my records. I know my mom has a lot of them at home, but the little ones I have in a superhero record case.
Oh wow.
And I don't know if I brought them to California or if they're still in Georgia, but that's another thing I'm gonna be tackling later this month is going to my storage units that I haven't been to in 15 years and seeing what I have in there, what I wanna keep, what I wanna sell. I'm probably
Wow.
gonna do a lot of sales from my storage unit on Whatnot
Nice.
and just start, rehoming stuff. and then figuring out what I'm keeping. And then I got to figure out, I need to get some shelves built high up in my home so that I can start
Mhm.
displaying stuff because there's no room for anything.
Yeah.
And I have
Yeah.
a dollhouse in there that I found on the side of the road that I
Oh,
want
cool.
to, yeah, that I want to fix up. But again, it's like, where am I going to put it? But I'm gonna have to find a place because I think it would be a lot of fun, and then it would make for good content to create little scenes in the rooms with my
Oh, yeah.
dolls and posts. So
Mhm.
for my business, I have to have it.
Yeah, exactly.
And Ruthie,
Yeah,
yes,
I
you do.
mean,
I'm gonna message you personally and send you the link because I want everybody, if you can, to come tomorrow. I don't expect you to buy anything. I just want you to be there and see how this whole system works because it is seamless, you guys. No more waiting for your invoice. No more like bid coming in after the bid end. It's all automated and it's so much fun and it's just so fast and
wow.
it's just a game changer for all of us. So tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be there for my first sale. And, I'm going to be figuring it out as we go because I haven't done it myself. I only participated as a buyer. And as a buyer, I love it. It's like once you win, it pops up on the screen with confetti. Amy's Dragon Pop Shop won, and it's exciting. And then, and then it charges your payment method right then and there. Boom, you're done.
That's
You're
cool.
done. It's done. So,
Wow. I love
yeah.
that you said they don't charge shipping, which is
Well, they
fantastic.
do charge shipping, but the way they're doing it right now is it's on your first item.
Oh,
So if your first item is a pound, that's going to be your base price. And then every
okay.
item after that that you purchase that night is going to be $1 more. But if you buy
Oh,
an item that's 4 ounces, then you're going to pay that 4.95 or whatever for the four ounces or whatever it is, 3.95. I don't know. And then it's $1 after that.
okay.
They may end up changing that as they realize, because see, they started out as like Funko Pops and trading cards, and so all of that stuff they know what to expect with those items. They know they're all the same thing, but now that they're expanding into vintage and they're realizing, oh wait, this was like 5 pounds. This item
Mhm.
that we then charged $1 for.
Okay.
You're gonna have to come up with a different method. But right now, this is what they're doing. So get in on it while it's happening
Yeah.
and, yeah, it does combine shipping, Ruthie. I think you pretty might have said that before I mentioned it, but yeah, so everything is combined, and then as a seller, I'm gonna find out once I do my sale how it all is gonna happen for me as a seller. But what I have heard is then I'm gonna get in the app, or maybe they send me an email too, but it's gonna say, Ruthie, and then it's gonna show me all the items that you bought from that sale. It's not necessarily gonna combine it for the next sale I have,
Okay.
but it will be for that sale that you attended. All your items are listed. So I go through, pull all those items, put it in a box. They generate the shipping label for me, and then I print it out and go. So
Wow.
yeah, and then just to I think my cat just closed the hall door. To give you guys a little insight on how the pre-bidding works, because I listed my items and it didn't allow me to put in a starting price. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is freaky because I can't let my dolls go for like $1 or something,
Yeah.
But I had to research it, and basically the way it works, which I'm gonna talk to them and see if they might consider changing it. They want input on how to make it better for us as vintage resellers and buyers. But what happens is if you were to go in and put a pre-bid in for $10, but I'm starting my doll at 20, then that pre-bid just becomes void because it was less than what I was going to start it at. But if somebody goes in and puts in a pre-bid for 40, well, then that's going to become the starting price when I do the live auction.
Okay.
Um, and then maybe somebody really, really wants that doll, so they're going to drop whatever amount. And then when I go live, other people are going to be like, yeah, I don't want to pay that much. So then that person gets it and maybe they couldn't attend the live. So that's another benefit is if
Yeah.
the seller takes the time to list all their items ahead of the sale, you can go in there and shop, see what we're bringing, and then you can put a bid in, or if we want to do a buy it now on certain items, you can go ahead and buy that item and it's off the table. You've already bought it. And I really love that feature as well. So there's so many pluses for both buyers and sellers, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, I hope you guys can come and at least check it out. And you can always come and hang out with me at Kennedy's Castle. They're there every night, 9 p.m. Eastern on Whatnot, and I'm usually there for some of the time. And then you can see how it all works with them as well. And Bridget, yeah, thank you, Bridget. She's been over there, and she used her credit and got her $10 off her first purchase, and got some amazing, what were they, bear shakers or something, Bridget? Or was it a planner? I don't remember. But anyway, that's that. But yeah, I think you would really enjoy it, especially since you loved the in-person auctions and that
Yeah,
excitement.
definitely. Sounds like something I'd really like.
Yeah, so go, and then you don't, I mean, and for sellers, don't feel intimidated that the items at Kennedy's Castle or some of the other resellers right now are so low, because a lot of the people that are there right now are people that go to auctions and buy huge lots of stuff or buy out an estate sale. So they're able to start things at $2 and $3, but that doesn't mean that that's the expectation of every buyer there, because you can go to other categories that are not vintage and people are paying lots of money for the items that they want. So the more sellers from our community come in, the buyers will be like, okay, we know what to expect with pricing. But then you guys can also take advantage of the people that are buying stuff in huge bulk and can sell it for cheap. So that's just like, it's just amazing. And I'm looking forward to to building my my own thing going on over there. So anyway,
It's
all right.
exciting.
Yes, I know. I'm so excited about it. It energizes me just talking about it. So Linda, how do I find Whatnot? So are you on Instagram at all? Because I have links on my Instagram. I actually have a highlight on my Instagram page for Whatnot, and there are links in there. They're in my stories right now. And then I'm going to put it here in this video description once we post it, because I didn't think about it before. Yeah, that's right. Take advantage now before everyone jumps on, because right now a lot of you guys are going over to Kennedy's Castle, and so when there are people there that really want something and know the value, things are getting bid up in there now. But still, I got a whole thing of glass for $1 the other night. So
That's
just
crazy.
check it out. Check it out, because I feel like since they go live every night, there's room for all of us to find a treasure, because we all can't be there every night for the whole 3 or 4 hours
Right.
there, so we can pop in, and we might get there when there's not that many people there, and then we find something. Yeah. So anyway, I want to hear about your fur kids. Tell us about your fur kids.
Well, I have 2 small dogs. One's a full-fledged Pomeranian, the other is a Pomeranian Chihuahua mix, but I
I
didn't
love
know
that.
that.
Yeah.
Bought her as a full Pomeranian, but as she got older, I was like, "You look like a Chihuahua." So we did that whole what is it, the wisdom panel, and yeah, sure enough, she's 25% Chihuahua, but she's still cute and everything. But
Yeah.
so I have 3 cats, and my one buddy, come here, buddy. His name is Puma. There you go.
Hi, gorgeous.
And he's
Oh my,
paralyzed in his front legs.
oh, you're so
Yeah.
handsome.
Yeah, he's a good boy. So he just hangs out with me all the time. Just I have to. He wears little diapers because he's not
Aw.
continent. But um,
You have such a
yeah,
good mommy to take such good care of you.
yeah. How can we not
Oh,
take care of our fur babies?
I
So
know. You're such a stunning panther.
isn't he awesome?
Yes.
Yeah. So um,
How old
yeah.
is he?
He's a little bit over a year. Um, and we didn't know what was happening with him. He was fine until around about Christmas. We noticed he started crouching and walking low on his front legs, and we thought, did he fall from somewhere? But X-rays ruled that out. Blood work ruled out like infectious process, because he just stopped moving. He just flopped over one day.
Oh.
And so it's been touch and go. We thought we'd have to put him down, but I was just like, well, he seems to want to live, so I have to do everything I can to keep it going. So we fed him with an eye dropper at times, and we still have to give him water that way, but he eats independently, which is the best indicator that he's got a will to live. And
Mm-hmm.
he will get around occasionally. He'll flip and flop to wherever he needs to go, and if he wants to. But most of the time, he's just pretty calm, just kind of, watches me and watches out the window or out the door.
Mm-hmm.
And the other animals are really gentle with him. They come over and check on him and
Aw.
nuzzle him and everything. So, yeah.
Is there any kind of way that, like, I know they do it for back legs where they have the little harness with the wheels. Is there any kind of thing like that that could work for him?
I was looking into it. It's a little bit more complicated. The other kind are more common. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just a matter of finding what kind of rig would work best
Mm-hmm.
to support him and give
Mm-hmm.
him forward movement. My concern is it being a cat, he'll want to jump
Good
up onto
job.
things. So
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, so he's a good boy. And then I have a Siamese mix cat and then
Mm.
another tortie cat.
What are
So,
their names and ages?
well, Ghost is the other one, and he's about the same age as Puma. We adopted them together from the same
Mm-hmm.
shelter. And then Nutmeg, I call her Nutty for short. She's like a medium haired cat. Come here, Nutty. She might come. So my dog wants to come here. Come here. She's like 10 years old. But here's my Pomeranian.
Look at you, precious.
There you go. Look there.
Hi.
Look at there.
Hi.
And then, of course, if I pick up the one, the other has to come here. And I got this one. Whew, buddy.
Look at you. I love black and whites.
Yeah, this is Luna. She's the
Hi,
crazy one of the family.
Luna. Are you a lunatic?
She is a lunatic. That's what I call her.
You're so cute. I bet you and Yuki would get into lots of mischief together.
Oh yeah, he and the other cat, the Siamese, are just big buddies. They just get into all
Ooh,
kinds of trouble
I
in the middle
bet.
of the night, of course.
Because the Siamese, they are prone to that.
Yeah, we call him. I really should call him Monk because he reminds me of the character on the TV show. It's just
Mm-hmm.
like he's a touch me not for people. He loves animals, but if you touch him, he just wants to just bathe himself like you've just.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I've seen my cats do that sometimes. It's like, oh my God, you got your humanness on me.
Yeah, your humanness. Very anti-human cat, but
Yeah. Hey, Carol, thank you for tuning in. And hey, Pauline and Kim. I can't wait. I hope that you can make it tomorrow or even tonight if you want to come to Kennedy's Castle. So yeah, spend those credits. Um, well, that is a beautiful family. Thank you for sharing with us.
thank you.
And I would love to hear about some core value or core values that are important to you and how you have implemented them in your life.
Well, I think you can never go wrong with the golden rule, like do unto others as you would have them do unto you. But beyond that, I think be brave enough to do something stupid, something new, stupidly.
Mhm.
Just like life's about evolution, and you never know. Um, you know, I've changed careers a lot in my life and reinvented myself and tried new things. And it's really scary at first, but I think that's what, you know, keeps us young and keeps
Mhm.
us um, smart, is just to
Right.
keep trying to do things that take us out of our comfort zones
Mhm.
and put us into situations where we really have to think and challenge ourselves and our beliefs and our abilities. And you never know.
Right.
what you have until you're put to the test. So you gotta be an active seeker of that sort of thing, though. Don't
Mhm.
just like let life happen to you. And when something new comes along or something challenging, don't be afraid of it. Just do it.
Mhm.
I think that's
Yeah, because you could experience a whole adventure you could have never even fathomed for your life if you
yeah.
just are afraid and keep doing, um, you know, the things that you're used and comfortable to doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Norma, I'll be invoicing today for my Thursday sale. So, um, honestly, I was telling Kat before I came on here, I just have not been 100% since I went through that bad reaction to the vaccine. And I mean, you can probably tell my voice is a little hoarse. Like I'm just really struggling. I'm really struggling energy. I put it on for the camera and I show up to all these things, but I'm absolutely and completely fatigued and exhausted and really struggling through each day. So I apologize that I'm not as fast, but it's not going to change my shipping speed. It's still going to be shipped within the week, um, before it'll be shipped before a week is up from when the sale was. So it won't change the shipping speed. It's just the invoices were a little bit delayed more than I would like. But I literally went from being sick from the shot, then my back going out from the shot attacking my nerves, and it
Mm.
just completely, it just takes everything out of your body when you're going through pain and inflammation. And
Mm-hmm.
then my stepdaughter came, right as I was able to start standing and walking again, and so I had to hit the ground running for her visit, and then I had to do that vintage market that I was already committed to and get up at 4 a.m. And by the time I got through all of that, I'm wiped out, you guys. So
You're a
I'm
busy,
trying to
very
keep
busy lady.
yeah, I'm trying to keep plugging through, and, I have to be kind to myself and, take time to try to rest and recover. You're going through that, Norma? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, it attacks your nerves, the nerves
Mm,
in your body, and it's a pain that can be unlike anything you're used to. So,
mm.
anyway, it's been um a tough period, a tough phase of my life with my husband's surgeries, and then going into this. But I'm coming out of it, and hopefully, I will regain all my energy. Hey, Jean. Um, so, Linda, when you downloaded the app, did you sign up using my link? Did you create your account yet, or did you just download the app? Because in order to get the credit, you have to go through my link. Um, So you could just start over with a different email address or a different way of signing up if you want to get the credit and just abandon that account you started. You can do that if you would like. But anyway, I appreciate you guys, being patient with me and giving me grace because I feel very proud that I came into this year really on top of things and getting things out pretty fast and the invoices pretty fast. And, I intend on getting back to that. And I'm happy I haven't been terribly late on
Mhm,
stuff. And I am working on getting in, some more help with the shipping because I want to start selling more, like I said, out of my storage
mhm.
and things. And so I'm going to need some help with the shipping. And I have a girl that's been helping me keep my house organized. So she's going to try to see if she likes doing the shipping and, got that lined up. So anyway, I'm excited for what's to come um and yeah, I appreciate everybody's support and especially you, Kat. You've been such a huge support of my creations and I'm so thrilled that you got my first pose doll mermaid
I
on
know.
doll inclusive the other day and
Yeah. I'm
yes,
excited about that. I was like, I
I'm
can't
gonna
believe
bring it
it.
on
I
camera
I wonder.
because I mean, I didn't even know she was gonna be born that day. I've been wanting to do the mermaids, but I haven't taken the time to actually do one, and as you saw, it took me 3 hours to do it, but, she just happened, so Kat happened to be in the right place at the right time and was able
Yeah.
to snag her, her, and I gave her all new hair.
So pretty. Gosh.
And these were my grandmother's beads, and I thought they looked perfect, like little bubbles.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Diane. You're so sweet. And then she had hair from a Monster High doll because I was out of doll hair, so
oh
took hair
wow.
from her.
Okay.
And she'll get new hair later, but she still looks pretty good as she is. But anyway, so yeah, Kat scored my first post doll mermaid. More to come. I'm going to try to get at least one made for Tuesday. But in the meantime, Kat, I did make a special doll for you to show how much I appreciate you. And I know that you like pink, and I know that you love the Christmas stuff, so I made you a special Christmas girl.
Whoa, she's so pretty.
And she has this pink snowflake glitter material.
Oh, wow.
And I just love this jingle bell embellishment with all the jingle bells down.
Oh my God, she's gorgeous.
I wanted to, yeah, I'm like, well, I gotta find, I've never done it with it. I'm like, is this too much? I'm like, no, it's perfect.
No, yeah.
And then she's got her little bottle brush tree, but she also lights up.
He lights up. Oh my God.
In these
well,
magical
she's gonna be
colors.
the top of my tree next year.
She's gonna replace the Cupid, huh?
No, my big tree. I'll put her on my big tree.
You've got more than one. Okay.
Yeah.
And I love
I have the pink tree, and then I have the my regular tree, but that's great.
A star. So
oh wow. She's so awesome. Thank you.
She's got her nylon wings too, and
oh my God.
So I hope that you love her. I loved making her for you and making her blonde like you.
I love her for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much for all of your support. And thank you, Ruthie. Thank you guys, right? The headpiece. I got to find more of these stars. I got them in a lot, and I guess they go on top of the ceramic Christmas trees or something. But
yeah, I wouldn't. That is so crazy. I would have never thought, but that is perfect for
I just love it.
I love it. Yeah.
So I love all my dolls. What can I say? But I just love her. And I love these lights because they're not the typical primary colors. They're very like magical colors. So
very magical, very fairy-like. She looks like a fairy queen.
Yeah. She's like a Christmas, like sugar plum fairy queen.
Yeah, I don't think if I made your dolls, I'd be giving them up. I'd be like, yeah, no, let me do something else. I might keep that one.
Well, it will be fun to see if you throw your hat in the ring and make a cone doll and put your floral talents to the, implement it. And I'm curious and excited to see what you might come up with. So
yeah, I will. I'll have to, like I said, I'll just have to do it and get out of my comfort zone. If you want to
get in on the one later in the month of May, you can bring all your floral stuff and just use that time. You'll construct it and then bring your stuff to add to what I send you. And
okay. Yeah, that would be great.
Make it happen. And it's all private. We're not going to be live for everybody to see. We're all going to just be hanging out in that studio that you're in, but we just won't put it on YouTube. So
okay.
And then we can all hang out. And Catherine's going to be there.
Oh, cool.
Can't see the comments, but yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
She's going to be there. And I think Jody is going to be there. And yeah, it's going to be fun. So, but all of you who signed up for this Saturday, I'm going to get your kits out today, priorities. They should get there in plenty of time. And I'm excited to pull those together. And yeah, so thank you so much, Kat, for taking the time to come on and share your story and your collection and your passions and your fur kids and everything with us. It was nice to get to know you, and I love how we have so much in common and we're kindred spirits for sure.
Definitely.
From the same generation.
Right. Thank you so much for having me. I feel honored. You feel honored. I feel honored. I'm just honored. I'm a big fan and always will be. So I support you in whatever you do, and I'll be there to buy them.
Thank you. It means so much to me. It truly does. So thank you. Well, you guys, I hope everybody has a wonderful week. Like I said, come and check out Whatnot. I'm going to put the link here in the video description as soon as I wrap things up with Kat. And then you can click on it and get your $10 credit. If you missed out on the $10 credit, just make a new account and abandon the first one so that you can get that. And then on Tuesday will be my first Whatnot sale. So come and check it out. It'll be at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. And hey, Jody. And then on Wednesday, Wicked Good Vintage here on YouTube. We have Cole and Misty. It will be over on Sarah's channel. And then what else do I have? Thursday, I'm going to the dentist, and so is my husband. So that day I'm off. Yay, I hate the dentist. And then Friday, of course, is Doll Inclusive. It will be over on Cole's channel this week, Kitschy Flower. So be sure to subscribe to Cole's channel so you don't miss out. And subscribe to Sarah's as well at the traveling button. And then Saturday, I have a Doll Inclusive sale over on Instagram. And this week we have Cole, Tyler from Tyler's Timeless Treasures, and Liz from Kitschy Mod. So it should be a lot of fun. We'll each be bringing 6 items, and it will be, I think, at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern on Instagram. So that is what's happening this week. And then Monday, I'm going to try and see if my husband is up for joining me here on the Vintage Dish so we can celebrate our anniversary with you guys. It's our 2nd anniversary. And talk about our upcoming show here on YouTube that we will probably also double as a podcast, and it will be a call-in show, so it should be very fun and interesting with all of his fans and all of my friends calling in and asking crazy questions and getting Chuck's crazy responses. It should be a lot of fun. So have a wonderful week. Again, thank you guys all so much for tuning in. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up. It helps more people see the video by putting it further out into the YouTube universe. If you're watching on the replay, thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. Watch the ads. It helps me to make a little income during these times when we're all, dealing with high gas prices and things like that. And yeah, again, thank you all so much for all your support, and I will see you guys very soon. Kat, you can stick around. I will see you backstage. Take
Okay.
care, everybody. And be sure
Bye.
all right, thanks. Bye. Don't forget Vintage Rescue Squad tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. Bye-bye.